almost time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome back from Labor Day weekend. First trading day of September. Tuesday, September 2nd. S&P is down 62, right at about 1%. Same with the NASDAQ, down 1%, 240 points. Russell and the Dow are both down about 0.75%. Russell's down 17 points. Dow's down 352. Gold and silver both up over 2%. Notes and bonds, red, 10-year yield up 0.64. Oil is up 2.5%. Natural gas barely green. Soybeans, wheat finished red. Corn finished green. Euro and the pound are both red. Bitcoin's up a little over 2%, back above 111,000. And the VIX is up 11%, but well off of its highs. VIX looks like it peaked today at 19.38. So pumping some juice back in the premiums for us. As far as my trading goes, BICs are pretty much a scratch at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tranches. I didn't do any early AM ones based on the volatility and some economic reports we had this morning, so I held off. But I've had one-sided stops on all tranches, so could have a small green day if we don't do anything wild. I've been testing this 7-8 calendar, put calendar on Tuesdays. It never got green. It's down a few $100. I didn't post it just because I'm still testing it, deciding if I want to do anything with it. And then I did 3 no stop. My morning one accidentally did the 28 Delta version, which ended up being pretty close to what I would do anyway. But as per my trade plan, if you saw that, I put that out yesterday. And so the other 2 were the 3.5, 2.5 strikes, 30 wide wings. And so a little bit green on those at this point. And then I've got my discount double BICs, which are currently up a few $100. All 4 tranches. The last tranche looks like it was 15 wide between the strikes. So that's a welcome sight to see compared to the 5 wide we've been seeing recently. So that's that. I did. I posted in the chat. Almost all my bot stuff I'm doing in Option Omega, but I left my 1 DTE bots on by accident in Trade Steward, so my high VIX version fired, and I was it got filled the same time as some other stuff in the morning, so I didn't even realize it until it was up pretty decently. So one of those little happy accidents. So I went ahead and just immediately transformed it into a downside vertical. So I've got a minimum profit 700. If we expire tomorrow below 63.20, that would be worth 1,700. And then my 1 DTE that I posted, I also transformed into a downside vertical. Minimum profit 540, max of 1540 if it expires below 6,300 tomorrow. And then my day trades up almost 2,000, 1,993. Amazon winner, coin loser. CoreWeave was a beautiful short. Plus, that was my biggest winner. Small winner in Google, nice winner in MSTR, and then a small loser in NVIDIA, and a loser in PLTR. So that is it for me today. Chad, how about you? Looks like there you go.
Yes. So Let's start. Let me see. Day trading in the live stream this morning. Booked 610. I did some just day trading on my own. Later on in the day, I took 1,225 from MSTR. It was just beautiful. It pulled back to. It would pull back to previous day high, and I got long. Would have been about 1225 central, 1220 right there. Rode it all the way up. So looked about 2K day trading. I don't usually do a lot of day trades outside of the live stream, and then one DTE hit both profit targets. I had a TLC trade that got stopped out on a full loss, and then a second one, and the second one hit 20, 40, 60 and out. So to be honest with you, I probably shouldn't have even done a TLC trade today. I mean, the price, I got really lucky on the second one. It was about 20 cents from being a second full stop, and price reversed. And, I've had those days before, and today I had a day where I got lucky. And so
You deserve to be lucky on the good side every once in a while, Chad.
yeah. So, what did I end up? Minus 1285 total for TLC. But did have a winning one DTE thrown in there to help out with that. Then I put on a short put vertical at lows of day, SPX lows of day, and booked it's currently, so I'm just going to let it expire. It's a $3,200 winner. So that was beautiful. And I don't do that very often either. But I kind of felt like price was holding, and I went ahead and put on a short put vertical, max profit. And then I was in some Woogas. I don't trust this price action right now in terms of having any type of range. So I closed one out for a $120 loss, and the other one I closed out for a $680 winner. So net green, I'm just out of everything right now. So green in both accounts after a rocky start. So I just don't trust price action here at the end of the day to stay in any type of range. I mean, it hasn't really proven that it can yet. I just broke through kind of a new kind of consolidation that it had. We'll see if it continues upward or comes back down. But yeah, so nothing on right now.
Biggest movers today on the green side, Ulta Beauty's up 7%. Things just been grinding higher all day. It's starting to actually have its first decent pullback today. Bullish is up 4%. GME up 3.5%. MSTR's green up a couple percent. Boeing was really pushing earlier. Yeah, it's still near highs of day. A handful of other greens. On the red side, where the majority of the stocks are, CoreWeave is the most red, and I caught. So I was looking at a one-day chart, and I just kind of drew this little trend line where it kept bouncing. And so when it cracked below that on the 5-minute chart and bounced back up to it, I got short right here, and I rode that thing all the way down. I got out of my last one when we got that decent little bounce there. So that was my best trade of the day. And it's the most red on the board still. Circle is also down 8.5%, trading at lows of day. Affirm, which we traded earnings, it's pushing through lows of day. Hood's down 2.5%. Had some monster rallies in the in big tech. Monster rally in Amazon, monster rally in Google. Pretty decent rally back to highs in Meta. Netflix is at highs.
Look out. Trump's dropping the tariff words.
T-bombs coming in.
Yep. So the stock market needs the tariffs.
So TSM had that big move pre-market and then opened up, and it's barely moved all day. I wonder if it's kind of waiting for more news to come out. I can't even remember what the news was, but as far as econ news for the week, today we had ISM. Tomorrow we have Jolts 30 minutes after the market opens. Kashkari speaking at 12:30. Beige Book at 1 Central. Thursday, ADP non-farm and unemployment claims, some pre-market employment data. ISM services PMI after the market opens, and then NFP on Friday.
Good to see the market shaking off the T word.
Hadn't looked at the option chain. Let's see see if the NFP is doing anything. Yeah, sure is. So Thursday's implied volatility is at 15.5, and Friday's with the NFP report is 18.5. So market giving some weight to that. Oh wait, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he said one of the world leaders he's friends with said they couldn't believe how long they got away with ripping off the United States. Shocker.
I don't think there's many earnings. I haven't even looked at the earnings. Let's see what they got here.
AVGO has September 4th.
Nothing after the bell today. Dollar Tree, which at least used to be tradable, that's tomorrow morning before the open. Salesforce tomorrow. Yeah, AVGO and Lulu Thursday after the bell are really the only ones that I would consider trading. Yeah, Moel, the daily count. Really, I just do the 3-4 on Monday and the 6-7 on Friday are my two main ones, as I posted in my plan. The one I did today is a 7-8, and I've tested it a couple times recently, but I'm not sure if it's something I plan on continuing to do. But it's real simple. I'm just putting it on at the beginning of the day, and then if I get a decent profit. So like on the, if I get a 20-30% profit, I'll scale out and then hold the rest till the end of the day. So pretty simple, just kind of treating it almost like a no stop iron condor. Nope, just no entry criteria. Just get in at the beginning of the day.
Price kind of sitting right where it opened today. Bet it closes there.
So here is my conglomerate of multi-tranche stuff. This is the discount double bic plus the no stops all together. So really don't want it to go much higher. Could use a 10-point down move. Check out my trade plan that I just posted yesterday, Django. It's the 3.5 put, 2.5 calls. Oh, Bix. I'm sorry. Misread your. I thought you were talking about the multi-tranche. So I did one. My last BIC tranche was a $2. Ended up getting filled at 260 and 265. So the others, I did a couple $3, and then the early ones were $4.
Oh, now he's talking about Jerome Too Late Powell.
He's still talking.
He
Can't help himself. Cannot help himself.
A guy called Jerome Too Late Powell. You probably heard of him.
SPX getting close to highs of day. Yeah, right where we opened, basically.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we end there.
VIX
we'll see.
Approaching lows of day. So I posted in SPX. I was really, flushed through lows of day, and then it basically traded for about 20 minutes under the expected move area. SPX did. I was really going to load up on some short put verticals if we swept the these lows here that happened back on Wednesday, 820, but never quite got down that low, so I didn't take any short put verticals. I thought about doing some right at the expected move when it got down there, but thought we may be heading lower, so I just held off.
Here's my short put vertical.
AVGO through highs, MU still pushing new highs, which is just back to yesterday's or previous day low. Andrew K, did you see the video I posted in the Zero DTE resources channel titled Backtest versus Real Risk? And really the main point was I just want to make sure everybody understands the risk that the real risk that they're taking is kind of the main point. So as far as a suggestion, that's that's really personal. I talk about it in that video, but I mean, really comes down to like, if you're somebody who has a lot of assets outside and you have an account, let's say you have an account and it really means nothing to your financial well-being, right? And you want to just kind of compound that thing and really press it, kind of like I did with my challenge portfolio last year. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I kind of like that idea. But I was a little concerned because I think a lot of people are kind of using their main account and they're doing some no stop stuff and they're focused on the profits they see in the back test and they're not really thinking through the real risk. And so that was kind of the whole point. So I talk about it a little bit in that video. So hopefully that helps. SPX still grinding up. Cool. Glad it was helpful. Daddy's done. Daddy's off the mic.
No, he's still talking.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, he just stopped.
Do we get a post-Trump dump or a post-Trump rally?
Well, since he started talking about how we're benefiting from tariffs, market has gone up, which is opposite of what normally happens.
Yeah, as soon as he opened his mouth, it started going up, didn't it?
Yeah. I just think we kind of sit where it is now, personally, but you never know. I did trust it, so I don't have anything on.
Yeah, I'm getting close to getting stopped on one of my call sides. It hasn't been hit yet. Well, that was the WAP is really designated for all the strategy courses, Django. I mean, I guess we could create kind of a category just called miscellaneous or something like that, but that was just kind of more of a one-off video. That's why I put it in the 0 DTE resources, but we could look at something like that.
Got some stocks pushing through highs of day. MU really pushing through.
Goog pushing through.
Yeah, Goog really had a rebound. I was considering getting long, but I was like, just wasn't given an opportunity when I was day trading earlier in the afternoon.
Yeah, much further, and one of my BICs or one of my DDB call sides will get stopped.
Yeah, I'm glad I bailed on my Woogas. I just didn't like price action at all today for Delta Neutral.
There it is. I got hit on one of my call sides.
No trades to bot from home, Sonia.
Some people have used the bot, and it would just be for the butterfly, though. You know, then you would still have to manually do the vertical if you were doing that. I used to have one. Let me check.
Yeah, as I was thinking, I thought you did use one at one point.
Yeah, because I was doing kind of a comparison side by side where I was using a bot to enter and then just letting the fly go, and then and then the other one I was converting with transforming with a vertical spread. Let's see. I don't know if I still have it. Oh, here it is. Oh, and the other thing I was doing was I was using a long iron fly as opposed to a butterfly. But, I mean, it's the same thing, but here's what I was using. If you're going to use the vertical to transform, I wouldn't use that, but just a ride or die fly works fine. Got MOC in 8 minutes.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
My meta calls are starting to work. I'm going to take those off before MOC, though. Man, this market is acting like it wants to get it all back. It is good to see old Mr. Vix back in the 17s, 18s, and 19s, though. Give us a little bit of premium to play with. Looks like the indices and a bunch of stocks taking a little bit of a pause. "15 minutes till the bell, 5 minutes till MOC." I'll be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. I saw your. Sorry, Chris. You saw your post. I don't necessarily support him. I just support what he's trying to accomplish. I support secure borders. We were told for 4 years we had secure borders and didn't. I support not necessarily the person.
Got one double stop on my BIX now on that push up as well. So those are going to end red. All right, close that a meta for small win. MOC in 3 minutes. I do have some put side strikes available if I wanted to do a Mahomes. Let's see what it's going for. Price fairly cheap still. Trading for about $1.30 on the 05s. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a Mahomes.
One minute to go till we get the market on close imbalance.
1 minute to go. I don't want it to happen, but I think we're going to rip through highs.
Ten seconds. Market on close imbalance, S&P 500 buy side 3.5 billion, Nasdaq 100 buy side 1.4 billion, Dow 30 buy side 1.1 billion, Mag 7 buy side 897 million.
Didn't hear it.
Over 3 billion buy side. Just got hit on another DDB call side.
Voice news disconnected.
64.10 butterfly trading for $1.40. SPX high of day 64.16 and a half. Oh no, that's ES, sorry.
It's right about highs of day right now.
Almost there. SPX highs of day 12. 64.12.01. Haven't quite ticked it yet, but we're right there. Butterfly is still staying a little bit cheap. By the way, Sonia or anybody else using a bot for the Mahomes fly, one thing I did see over many occurrences is that the bot would typically fill later than manually entering. So keep that in mind. I definitely prefer manual entry. Flies are still right in between strikes, still only trading for less than $1.50. Zero DTE resources, Kelvin. Well, we'll see if I can get filled out of Mahomes. I don't really want to do it in the last couple minutes. My 1 DTE, had I held it, would be just slightly red now, so good choice on the transformer. Not much movement for a 3.3 billion buy number.
Yeah, I know, right?
Pelosi must have got the number early. That was the last 30 minutes of going up. Yeah, those butterflies still around $1.50. And we're coming up on 5 minutes till the bell. And SPX is now pushing NDX through highs of day.
Yeah,
SPX through highs.
I don't have any Mahomes even on. I'm not. It's not gonna do it today.
15 fly is getting closer. Filled on the 15 fly at $2.15 with 4 minutes to go. Preferably down to 10. Let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday the 3rd, so it'll be me live streaming at the market open for day trading. SPX still hanging around 15 with a little over 2 minutes. VIX still coming down through lows of day. Got to make a move here, Mahomes. Time to make your move. Sitting on 15. 1 minute to go. Down in the 12, 13 area. Below 12 would be profitable. Just a little bit below 12 now. Yep. Back to 14, 15. Not looking good, Mr. Mahomes. Ugh.
Order cancelled.
Icky.
Order cancelled.
Oh, icky. 64.15.51. Not a good close for Mr. Mahomes. All right, all. That is a wrap for the day. Other than Mahomes and DDBs, actually my Bics were red too. So overall, it's going to be pretty much kind of a scratch day, it looks like, for me between everything I traded. All right, anyone day trading, see you tomorrow morning at the open. Otherwise, have a good night. Talk to you soon.